How is it going, you lovely lot? Welcome back to Parks of Prem. Today is episode number 122, and today, well, if you didn't see yesterday's video, you don't know this. It's the final episode. Yes, next week we will have the In the Future videos. On Monday, I will be doing a big kind of save retrospect where we go back through the save game at different points, look at some of our old favourite players. But for the here and now, we are here for one thing, to try and secure the dynasty with a Champions League. And I know what people are thinking, Jack, what if you lose the Champions League final today against AC Milan? Well, then it will enter the Space Hall of Fame of save games where I didn't ever win the Champions League. Park to Primera? Remember that save game in Spain? If you never saw that, minor spoilers here, / I'm going to ruin the end of the series. We lost 3 Champions League finals in a row, never won the thing. So, you know what? I know the feeling. I don't want to relive that feeling. As well as that, of course, we have also got the FA Cup today to wrap up Season 14. The FA Cup, a competition that somehow, well, I was going to say we've not won. We've won it the last couple of years. I feel like to win this 3 years in a row would be a monumental achievement. Of course, the competition we've not won, and we never will win, the Carabao Cup, which, I mean, of the two, FA Cup's better, right? I mean, it's not named after an energy drink. Also, Carabao tastes rubbish, just as a reminder. Drank it last year on Park to Prem. Yeah, okay, I'm just still bitter about the fact it tasted awful. We have 2 FA Cup wins. We have a Premier League title. Can we add a Champions League to that mix? We're going to find out right after the intro. How is it going, everyone? I hope you're having a lovely Monday. Welcome back, as I already said. It is the final episode. 122 episodes have led to this. Like I mentioned yesterday, thank you so much for the support on the series. It has been immense, like I already mentioned. There's more videos to come. Did have a couple of questions inquiring about, when's the save in Japan going to begin? Well, if you didn't watch to the end of yesterday's video, maybe you missed the intro teaser thing. There wasn't a date in it. That was my own intentional thing. It probably will be the last week of May we start the save game. I don't want to give you a definitive date and then let you guys down, but yeah, around then, sound good? Good. Until then, though, we got this and then some other stuff coming. And that leads us on nicely to this first game. It is against Liverpool, currently 5th in the Premier League. I want to win this game to really cement the fact that Liverpool have fallen off. Of course, they denied us a Premier League title a few years ago. Since then, 6th place, 8th place. They're currently down in 5th as well. I say that like they're going to climb. No, they are stuck in 5th place on 68 points. I'll tell you what, every time I look at this league table, it makes me sad. I feel like we go into this game as favourites. So in terms of team news, this is the team we're going into the final game with. Sam Fay will get his flowers. Yes, he is going to start this game. I don't know if he's going to start the Champions League final just yet. Diop is still coming back from injury. Vasquez probably should start over him, or maybe even Neto. But you know what? I know there's fans out there, and I feel like they wouldn't forgive me, would they, if I chose to play Vasquez or Neto over Sam Fay. Like, I know what you guys are like. Look, Sam Fay is the man starting up top. He's been with us, well, since League 2. Look at that. What a career he has had over the last 9 years of 14. It's crazy to think he's been around the 2/3 of the save game. He's been one of our main men. Hopefully he's going to show up on the big stage here. In terms of the rest of the team, I'm going with Sneddon and Bailey Salmon at the back. Quarry is dropped. Hasn't been in the best of form really lately, despite the fact he has played 46 games. It's been the return of Sneddon as of late. In terms of the rest of the team, Lehman at left back, Alex at right back, Donald and Misiak in the middle of the midfield, and then up top, of course, Roger Rojas, a man who, alongside Fay, has been a main component of this save game. A pretty good £850,000 spent, I think we can say at this point. When you look at his goal scoring record, I think it's safe to say he's established himself as a Premier League striker. Okay, for the penultimate time this year here, I'm going to usher some words of encouragement towards the players. Let them know what I expect. We're here at Wembley. I want to win 3 FA Cup finals in a row. If I win 3 FA Cup finals in a row but never win the Champions League, is that still good enough? I don't think it is it? It isn't. This is like the prelude to the main event. Like, if we win this, it's a Brucey bonus, but the reality is, all I can think about right now is the Champions League. And really what I should be thinking about right now is this game here. Celik whipping it in, Lehman, Suslik heads it. Of course, I want to end things on a high. I want to end things winning everything. But ultimately, with Football Manager, you do hit a point, don't you, where every year you're just chasing a handful of trophies. And, well, I'd love to add another FA Cup to the collection. But I feel like there's more stakes today. You know, knowing that this is it, that there is no redemption beyond this, it adds an extra layer of pressure to every game. I want to end with 2 wins. I want to end with a good result here. Rojas, Sneddon, the centre-back, Celik, loads of space, lovely little finish. 29th of the season for him. And that was a good finish by the former Evertonian. They dealt with the initial corner quite well, but Sneddon at the edge of the box here, the only man who spotted that pass on the football pitch. What a ball that is by the centre-back. Lovely little finish as well. Oh my God, we've got another set piece. Celik, oh my God, is it the back of the net? I said, oh my God, there. It's like I knew. I didn't know, just to be clear. I can't see the future. It just started very quickly, the highlight, and I wasn't ready for it. Celik has 2. It's his 30th of the year. Fernandez, he's morphed through the side netting there. That's how good the shot was. And now there's a kick-off highlight. I tell you what, are we about to go out with a bang? Are the players aware of what's going on? You know, it's going to be like the reverse of Liverpool's end to the season. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything. Let's not talk about real football right now. We've got a game here to focus on. But yeah, I want to end winning everything. We might have a chance here to, do just that as Efoni makes a sensible little save there. This is a kick-off highlight. You know, these are elusive, aren't they? But when they happen, the anticipation ramps up. Alex making a little run down the right-hand side. Bailey Salmon now with the ball. Very interested to see how good Bailey Salmon is in the future. I feel like he's got captaincy material written all over him, just like Sanfe has vice-captaincy all over him. Lovely build-up play here. Alex into the middle. Roger Rojas with the shot. It's 3-0 inside 15 minutes. I don't know what to tell. This is mad. And the source of that goal was a very familiar source, wasn't it? Alex at right back has been absolutely stupendous since he came into the team. Easy to forget he is in his early 20s. He's just incredible. In fact, is he in his early 20s or is he still 19? Alex, how old are you these days? He's 21. Just completely wrong. 21's early 20s, isn't it? This early 20s. Kind of mad. He's been here 3 years. He's 21. Look at the goal scoring returns and look at the assists. He is just getting better and better. And I'll tell you what, he's turning up in the FA Cup final here. Okay, Liverpool throw in on the far side. Can they make something magical happen? They're going to go all the way back to Fernandez in goal. He lays it up to Ferreira. And we are pressing high, we are pressing hard. I feel like Liverpool at this point are a little bit shell-shocked as to what's going on. We have come out the traps absolutely flying here. I mean, if we get a 4th goal, like pack it up, go home, I might even start resting players for the Champions League final that's a week away. Maybe, however, I'm getting ahead of myself because Liverpool have gone up the other end and scored. It's 3-1. And right here, they've scored the sweaty FIFA goal, haven't they? If you play FIFA and your friend does this to you, you turn around on the sofa and give him a little punch on the arm, don't you? What is that? That is ratty. Is it? I mean, completely legitimate goal, but I'm going to find something to complain about. Okay, Celik corner. Could he score directly from it for the hat-trick? Sadly not. It's cleared away, but it's only as far as Sneddon? What's he doing? He scored a banger towards the end of this season already. He's added another one there. It's 4-1. Again, another set piece that Celik's whipped in. This occasion, it was half-headed away. Rojas here with a really intelligent pass, but then Sneddon on the volley does that. World's best centre-back. I feel like he's now justified Huari being dropped. And now we've got another set piece. Celik, are we just all about the set pieces there? I mean, how many are we going to score? That's now what I'm wondering. People can't complain when they're going out without a bang right now. I say this before the Champions League final, where it will now inevitably finish 0-0. Addons with the ball, the Frenchman to the sideline here, lays it back to Sneddon, who at this point I'm just expecting to do something crazy with the ball. Every time it comes to him, something magical happens. Could it happen here? Sanfe has his flowers. He scores. It's 5-1. The Scot adds another. Okay, look, not to get carried away, but it's 5-1 after 28 minutes. 15-3, anyone? You know, that'd be good. 15-3? I don't think that's going to happen. I'm now sat thinking, does football actually know that I intend on dropping the save game after this? Is my microphone hooked up to Sports Interactive HQ? They're listening in. They've got people who pull levers and stuff behind the scenes based on what people say into their microphone. That might be what's happening. We are on for a 15-3. It's currently 5-2. I mean, let's just be real for a moment. This is a silly match, isn't it? This is proper silly whimsy match kind of madness going on in Football Manager. What is happening here? This is silly. We've not had a goal in 8 minutes, and I'm now officially concerned. I don't think the 15-3 is happening. In fact, it's at half-time. Half-time, 5-2, still good. This might be controversial. I think I am actually going to take off some players just to make sure we don't get any injuries for the Champions League final. Neto and Vasquez on for Addons and Celik. Elsewhere, who else do I want to protect? I feel like at this point I want to protect Sneddon. I think I'm going to take off Alex actually and put in Michael Bolton at right back. We only get 3 subs in the Champions League, in the FA Cup. So they're the changes I'm going to make. I feel like the fact I'm taking off a right back really gives you an idea of how highly I rate Alex. But ultimately, I think at 5-2, this game is kind of done. Maybe I'm going to regret saying that, but I know how Football Manager works. You have an action-packed first half, then the second half just fizzles out. I mean, look, 20 minutes played here, there's not been anything happen. Note the fact that as soon as I mentioned 15 goals, we stopped scoring. They're listening. They're listening. Lee Min, are you listening? Put the ball in, score a goal. I'll tell you what, it's like a celebration tour, isn't it, for all the fan favourites? Bolton's on the score sheet, Faye's on the score sheet, we're having a lovely time. Liverpool are actually now down to 10 men. We scored a goal, then Reblen got injured for them. They'd already made 3 subs like we have. So they are now playing with 10, which you'd think would open up the floodgates, and yet right now they are the team dominating the ball and trying to make something happen here. Lima lays it back. I thought for a moment there Neto was going to put in a crunching tackle. Still has a chance, I suppose, as he's, toyed with by the Liverpool players in possession. We get it back, though, now through Donald, who lays it towards Sam Fay, who on that occasion couldn't get it under control. And now Estrada is through for Liverpool, and it's 6-3. I mean, it's merely a consolation with 9 minutes left, but yeah, the goals continue. Could we get 10 goals total for the game? That would be fun, wouldn't it? This would go down as an all-time FA Cup final if it happens. Lee Min scored. Literally all the fan favourites are scoring. Lee Min's been here since the Championship. Bolton's been here since the Championship. Faye's been here since League 2. It's just a redemption tour. After the disappointing league end to the year, I mean, this is one of the most ridiculous games of Football Manager I've ever watched. We've had 10 goals in a cup final. I feel like I'm quite calm about this. If the Champions League final is like this, I am going to lose my mind. But, I mean, I don't think it is going to be like this. It's going to be an 8th, really. There's 3 minutes of added time here. I feel like we should stop at this point. They are already dead, but I don't think I've raised a team that know how to let off the gas. We get it forward. Neto very nearly had another. 3 minutes of added time has come and gone. Here it is. FA Cup number 3. 3 years in a row we're going to win this competition. Massive, massive performance by the players. Give them some praise. Hoist that trophy aloft, Celik. I think he earned it based on that performance there. A 10-goal thriller results in a Rugby Town win. We have another win at Wembley. A team that, let's be honest, for many years we bottled it in FA Cup finals and, semi-finals and all kinds of manners of finals. We have a win here. But crucially, as happy as I am, it's not the one we came for today, is it? Let's be honest. This game, it's nice. It's a nice little build-up game. I feel prepared now. The players are playing well, but we are all coming back for this game next. It is against AC Milan, a week away. The team that finished runners-up in Serie A. They're on their own little redemption tour. It's the battle of the second-place teams. It's at Old Trafford. It's a week away. And to make it even sweeter, it is going to be Arteta, the former Arsenal man, who's their manager. The Arsenal kind of trend continues. They've been a constant thorn in our side, and, their former manager is going to be trying to jab us a little bit harder in the side very shortly. I'm going to rest up the players. I'm going to praise Lee Min for his man-of-the-match performance. I'm also going to play forward a week. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. 14 seasons of Football Manager has all led to this, a Champions League final. Now, on yesterday's video, there were some conspiracy theories amongst people saying, Jack, you've clearly already recorded episode 122. That's why you're now saying you're ending the series, because you know you've won the Champions League final. Just to reiterate, this video has been recorded after that video, and to prove it, here is that video up on YouTube. I could go and find the comments of people saying I pre-recorded it. You can also see I'm recording it the morning of, because the highlights of the Europa League game between Leverkusen and Roma are in the bottom corner. So there you go. There is my evidence. Anything could happen here. I really hope we're going to win, though. Also, if in the first half of the video you notice something weird going on with my webcam, tech issues. That fixed now, though, so I'm not going to be wavy anymore. Now, our opposition for today's game are AC Milan. Their key man is Saka, who won African Player of the Year for the year just gone. But you can see here, he's actually out injured at the moment. He was injured in training a couple of weeks ago, so he is not available in the final for this Milan team. And of all their players, he was the one I was most scared of. And elsewhere, you can see here, Sergio Kipariti? I don't know. This guy is also injured. They've lost two of their best players ahead of the final. I feel like if we don't win this now, it is a bottling. In terms of their best player who is fit, it is Luis Martinez, who's actually marked as their captain. I was looking at this guy years ago when he was playing in Uruguay. I wanted to sign him back then because he looked very, very good. I couldn't find the ability to sign him because at the time I think we were a League One club. He is now their main man. He is the player we have to be most fearful of. Kind of funny that of all their players in the team, the one who has red injury proneness is the one fit for the final. And another player who we've got to be wary of is Agustin Ruiz Diaz. This guy, very, very good. 28 years old, creative force in their team. If we can keep this guy quiet, I feel like we should win. Now, in terms of our team selection, I'm sorry, Sanfei fans, he is on the bench for today's game. Diop is back in the team and up front, lacking a little bit of match sharpness, but I imagine Sanfei will come on at some point in the game. In terms of the rest of the team, I've got Salmon and Huari at the back alongside each other. I am still thinking about the fact that maybe Sneddon needs to be in. Sneddon should be in, shouldn't he? I'm sorry to Huari. I feel like I have to drop Huari. I say that knowing that we conceded a lot of goals against Liverpool, but I just feel like Sneddon and Salmon have been good, although Salmon's not been good lately. You know what? I've changed my mind again. Huari's in the team. Salmon is going to be dropped. I'm going with the old centre-back partnership. There has been our partnership for the last few years. At left-back, Lee Min got man of the match in the FA Cup, so he has to play in this game. Originally, I was thinking I might move Alex to left-back and Bolton comes in at right-back for this final, but I can't really find a means by which to justify it. Of all the players in our team, two players not in form. Ifoni, who's currently asking to leave the club, despite the fact he has already agreed to sign a new contract that kicks in a month's time, so I'm not sure what he's crying about, really. And the other man who's maybe lacking a bit when it comes to his rating as of late is Misiak. To be honest, I feel like that is just more down to how the roving playmakers function in Football Manager than a reflection of his ability. What I do know is, though, we have got a stacked team here, a team that is ready for this final. Ifoni in goal. Talked about Alex at right back. He has been absolutely immense for us. Donald is a player who at 23 years old is absolutely crazy. I feel like when we leave the club, he is going to be the main man at the back. He just looks so good. The fact he's continuing to improve is absolutely terrifying. Alongside him, we've got Misiak in the final third, of course. Don rested for this game. Celik also rested for this game. Two players who I think would waltz into any of my previous Park to Prem teams. Just two absolutely elite players pulling the strings behind Rojas and Diop. Of course, Rojas here since the championship. Diop hasn't had the best of times, I feel like, since he signed for us a couple of years ago. That's not to say he's been bad. He's just had a lot of issues of injuries. But the good news is he's fit for this game today. I'm hoping he's going to be, well, a player we can depend on. 122 episodes, 14 seasons. I don't know how many hours I've played because I leave the game running a lot. Lots of hours. Doesn't sound as impressive when I phrase it like that. It's all led down to this, lads. Go out there, make the difference. We're playing at Old Trafford and you know what it means. Standing desk is up. This is the new tradition. The standing desk is up. Get raised. I mean, if you're at home, don't stand up at your desk. That would be weird. But I am going to. Okay, let's do this. We are at Old Trafford, as I already mentioned a few times, which is a bit of a weird place to have a Champions League final. Not because Old Trafford's not a good stadium. Obviously, normally FA Cup finals have been held at Wembley, typically, when it's been played host in England. I'm going to hope that, well, given the fact we're on familiar turf, we'll be able to turn up and make something magical happen. The teams are there, all lined up, ready and raring to go, and we are ready and raring to go as well. And I'll tell you now, I am still on key highlights, which is what we're going to play on today. There is a kickoff highlight immediately. Is that exciting? Is that terrifying? Is it a little bit of both? I'm leaning towards that. Tuari with the ball for us at centre-back. Lays it wide to the man of the moment, Alex. Am I going to be justified in my decision to rest him? We will find out shortly. Misiak, crunching tackle there, it has to be said. Lee Min wins his header. The Don gets to the second ball, waltzing into the wide area. The Frenchman, signed on a free transfer, skips past his man. Not once, but twice. He pulls his pants down, lays it to Donald. Misiak, Celik, Misiak! Shoots just wide. What an early opportunity. Can you imagine if that had gone in? That would have been the dream start. It was a really nicely moved kind of piece of football as well. We knocked the ball around with some real confidence. And well, we are on the front foot again here. Ball played forward by Celik. Haller for them is just going to pluck it out. Rather simply, the goalkeeper. And well, 10 minutes gone. No breakthrough yet. I say yet because obviously there's a highlight happening. Anything could happen. Milan throw it out to Almeida, who's now going to put it into a wide area. I know they've got some injuries. They have still got some serious quality here. Gashi is bringing it forward. A young talent for the future. We've looked at him a little bit, I remember, in previous save games, and he has set up a goal for Ruiz Diaz. It's 1-0 Milan. I said it was 0-0 after 10 minutes. I lied. They've scored with 20 seconds left of the first 10. Oh, I mean, I didn't want this, did I? This is not the start we wanted. This is not the start we needed. I mean, it's nice that he knocked around. I feel like Ifoni is offsided there by Martinez, who I think was onside, but I'm just going to claim was offside because I'm bitter. And we're in Europe. Right, demand more. Demand, get shouty. It might be that, I was going to say it might be the last shouty of the series. I hope it is, because if I'm shouting, usually something's gone wrong. Just like Lee Min has thrown it straight to their player there. Ball's launched forward. Martinez can't get it. Celik flicks it on. Diop is under it. Falls to the Don. Back to Diop. Chests it. Gets it out from his feet and scores his 20th goal of the season to make it 1-1. And I'll tell you what, we might not get the amount of goals we had last game. That's probably not going to be 10, but we've had 2 inside the first 18 minutes. And it is the persistence here that has paid off. The Don battling away. It fell to Diop. And I'll tell you what, he has shown some composure there. If there was any controversy about selecting him, I feel like that finish there, he's now justified his inclusion in the team today. And now he's injured. I'm fine. You literally couldn't make it up, could you? Sam Fay. Sam on you. Come on, there's definitely someone listening, isn't there? Can we just all agree? There's definitely someone listening. He comes into the first team today, gets injured, leaves after 2 minutes of scoring. Look, Sam Fay's now on the pitch. I'm sure there's going to be people happy about that. I said he'd probably play today. He will play today as well. Now, at 1-1, it's a bit of a fresh start, an hour, basically, a mini football match to be played. And we're going to hope that we can battle away here. And we do. Earn possession back. Quite nicely. Sneddon with the ball, who's been absolutely immense to end the year, Dexter Sneddon. Just as a reminder, I think we signed him for 28 million from Arsenal. That was an absolute bargain buy, wasn't it, really? He's been immense. Donald wins it nicely. Huari, Donald, the Don, loses the ball. Of course he does. And now it's Pafundi giving the ball wide to Umarovic, who already has 1 assist, skips past his man, crosses it in, and now adds another. Luis Martinez has scored for them there. I'm more concerned about the assist. Umarovic, did you see the acceleration on him there? How good is this guy? He's got 2 assists. Caught out in possession, and then they've hit us on the break. But this run here, he turns on the afterburners, and he makes Donald look like a small child. I don't know what Afoni's doing, to be honest. That was a good goal. If you were wondering about this guy, here he is. He's not very... Well, I was going to say he's not very good. His physicals are very, very good, and that is quite an important thing, isn't it, in the match engine? Yeah, he's like Adama Traore, except he's Bosnian. He's quick, he has good physicals, can cross a little bit, but no end product. Except it turns out in the Champions League final. It has been a cagey game so far here. You can see 42 minutes now played. It's 2-1. We have had, I think, the better of the play. It's 57% of the ball, but of course, possession doesn't mean diddly squat. That shot they had, one of 2 shots they had in the second half of the first half. Despite a little bit of a resurgence from us, we find ourselves behind. I'm going to tell the players they've been absolutely terrible. Afoni's on a 6.4. Of all the games where you need your goalkeeper to turn up, the Champions League final's up there. Right now, he's not turning up. Not going to get too crazy with changes or panicking or, altering things just yet. Although, as we quickly approach the hour mark, maybe that needs to start to happen. Right, pause the game. Tactics. Let's change things up. Donald, in danger of losing his discipline. As long as he doesn't get sent off, that's fine. I'm going to bring in Neto, I think, for Rojas today, who's not been very, very good. Misiak has also struggled in the game. I'm going to bring in Michael Bolton at roaming playmaker, partially for his ability to play that role, but also for his ability from set pieces. He is a bit of an aerial wizard, isn't he? Is Bolton. There's 20 minutes left here. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening until now. Okay, highlight. Ball played all the way back to their goalkeeper. They did have plenty of players committed to this attack, but we have now managed to seize back the ball, and now it's about trying to make something happen. Huari lays it wide to Lee Min. Players down the line. Lee Min back to Huari at centre-back. I mean, possession is nice. We need goals. We can't afford to give it away there. Huari dropped from the team lately, giving the ball away in a disastrous position. It's Umarovic, again, who right now it feels like he's having the game of his life. Huari clears it away, but there is no one there to get to the second ball. And now Martinez has the ball at the edge of the box. AC Milan, they haven't got the memo. They've not heard this is meant to be the fairy tale ending. They want to put a dagger in my back, and they might just have done that through Juan Paolo Mancini. It's 3-1. This is not how I wanted this to end. Of all the games for a Foddy just to vanish, this is the game he chooses. They've scored 3 goals from 4 shots. They have been clinical today. To be fair, that's nicely worked, but the goalkeeper has to do better. Okay, we are not in a good spot here. We are up against it. We have to make something magical happen. Celik has been absolutely god-awful. I'm going to move him up top and actually put Sanfei at centre attack in mid. I mean, at this point, Alex, you need to get forward. Lee Min, you need to get forward as well. We have to try and make something happen, don't we? I want to focus the play, not necessarily in the wider areas, but just look to use the width of the pitch a little bit more. Get it quickly to the flanks. I mean, there's loads of time. I want to say there's loads of time. There's 19 minutes left. There's not loads of time left. I want to tell myself there is. That would be a lie. I mean, look at the ratings. It's one of those games where no one has turned up. And of all the games for this to happen in, this is not the game you want it to happen in. I think I'm going to bring in Vasquez for Addons actually up top. Vasquez can play alongside Celik in the final third. I mean, at this point, this is very much a roll of the dice, but we're also at a point where we kind of just have to do anything, don't we? We need 20 goals. That would be a problem. No, 2 goals in 20 minutes. I've played so much Football Manager. I don't want it to all crumble with this. Swari to whip it in. Sneddon is there. It's cleared away. Sanfei gets the nod down. Donald shoots, and he shoots over. And I feel like that there was the chance. There's 10 minutes left. Hope is fading. I am losing belief, but we are creating stuff. We just need to create 2 goals in the next 6 minutes. Sneddon with the ball, lays it to Huari. He's got options in Donald ahead. We've got so many players forward. Vasquez is through. Vasquez is going to score. VAR is going to check it. The linesman hasn't raised his flag. The door of a chance to... I mean, Vasquez is convinced it's a goal. He's run back to the halfway line there, rapid. The goal is going to count. We need another... Did you see Vasquez steal the ball there out the back of the net, by the way? We've got the ball into a dangerous area here. Donald, who missed that previous opportunity with a great ball through, and Vasquez, lovely finish. We need one more, folks. Buckle up tight. We need one more. Is there a fairy tale ending to this game? Is there a chance? There's 2 minutes left. There's 5 minutes of added time. Is anything going to happen here? There's literally nothing left I can do, is there? Players are just dead on the pitch. Please, 2 minutes. Is anything going to happen? The answer is no. I really hoped that there might be a late comeback possible when we got that first goal, but we lose in the Champions League final. And I know what's going to happen. I'm going to holiday forward, resign as manager, and the next manager's probably going to win the Champions League twice and make me look like a schmuck. I mean, we've seen the Champions League trophy be given away, but not to Rugby Town. I don't want to look at it anymore. Unlucky boys. It just wasn't meant to be. What a sad note to end the save game on. It finishes 3-2 to AC Milan in a game which I want to say we were unlucky in. I mean, looking at the stats, we had twice as many shots as them. We had more possession. But Omerovic, this guy's going to haunt me in my dreams. He decided to have the best game of his career in the Champions League final. And he also got injured in the game. Brilliant. Why didn't we injure him sooner? I want to sit here and be like, oh, look at all these millions of pounds we've got. But the reality is that it doesn't really mean anything now, does it? It's not going to solve my happiness, this money. On the one hand, I'm disappointed about this. On the other hand, given the fact that we've kind of bottled the title 3 times in 4 years, it kind of feels fitting, doesn't it, to end the season with us scoring a load against Liverpool and then just choking a Champions League final to an AC Milan team who didn't have any of their good players actually fit. I mean, when you say it like that, it just feels awful, doesn't it? Okay, look, folks, it was not meant to be the fairy tale ending, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the save game and the series. On Monday, we will have a big series review video. I will cover the end squad. We'll talk about different bits going on. I will also have the save game at different points in history to look back on. For people who are wondering, by the way, about the save game being shared, it will be available for YouTube channel members first. It will then be available for everyone via my Discord server in about a week's time. So keep your eyes open for that. I've been going on saying this is the last episode. I realise that technically Monday's video is going to be the last episode 123. Thank you for your support on this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, go down below, leave a like. On Monday, we will have a big emotional look back on the save game. I hope you guys are excited for it. Of course, beyond that, in the future videos, and then more Football Manager shenanigans to come before Japan. I'm excited for that stuff. I'm sad we couldn't do it today. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Have a lovely weekend. We'll be back on Monday for more Park to Prem action. And until next time, it is me, Jack. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.